Sure, Ethan Hunt is like a hero who saved the world from terrorists. Everything he does is a life or death situation for the fate of the world. But you know who also saved the world? Austin Powers.
Yeah, baby.
Like, seriously, like, the only difference there is when I laugh at Austin Powers, it's because it's funny, not because when he runs, he looks stupid.
And I know you guys are going to love this. John Wick is another angry, middle-aged white dude who gets revenge. This is a trope that's gone on and on since the beginning of cinema.
That's your time.
How dare you compare John Wick to the garbage that is Taken?
After looking at both competitors and what they have presented to me, we were arguing the best character, not best movie, not best franchise. And both competitors did really well. And I know Tristan is pointing to himself, and I really do apologize for he won this match.
That was not an easy win. I'll tell you.
He left the movies away and he started talking about a show that's 50 years old that no one's ever seen. Magneto is a political activist a la Malcolm X, and the Joker is a Reddit troll with too much time on his hands, who just got outdone by a bunch of nerds who like GameStop.
Damn!
Yeah, that is. Neither has Killmonger. In a way, Thanos hadn't. Koba from Planet of the Apes, Roy Batty, Baron Zemo, Vulture. I mean, this is not a arch villain. This isn't a true definition of the word villain because he's sympathetic. He's an anti-villain in the same way Deadpool's an anti-hero.
Father, fuck you, man.
And with that being said, although that is really funny, Jeremy won yet again. He is this week's winner.
I still think I won the first round, but that's fine.
I agree.
What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of Real Debates Season 3. I am loving how this season is shaping up. And guys, we have a very good treat for you guys today. We have a very interesting match, a very topic that I'm not all that fond of because I really hate video game movies. But today we have an interesting topic. Today's topic is, what is the best video game movie? And for today, we have Tristan from Martial Arts Film Freak, repping Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. And we also have Jeremy from Movies Are Terrible, repping Free Guy. Before we get into the match, how are you guys doing today?
I'm good, Alex. I'm good. I'm glad you guys let me slide in here with the Free Guy pick. Maybe it's a semantics game again, but it's one I'm willing to fight.
What about you, Tristan? How you doing?
I am doing good. I'm ready to throw out some Hadokens, hit somebody with a Shoryuken. If you piss me off, you're going to see the evil Tristan. I'm going to bring out the Dark Hado, and I'm going to whoop your ass.
Uh-oh.
I'm very interested. As you guys know who've been following these series, these two guys have gone at each other twice, and both times Tristan has lost. So we're going to see how this is going to shape out for today. And if you're new to this channel and this is the first time you're ever watching, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then hit that bell right next to it, that we get all the notifications of every time we're releasing a video here on my YouTube channel. And guys, here are the rules. Each competitor has 3 rounds. Each round is 2 minutes per round. First round is the introduction round where they introduce their movie. Second round is the battle round where they go at each other. They can pick apart one another. And the last and final round is final statements where they give us their final statements about the film that they chose. Now, if I feel like they're evenly matched, we have a very special fourth round called Sudden Death, where each component will get 1 minute to basically wrap up their case if I feel like they're evenly matched. But that will be determined by the last round. Now that you guys understand the rounds, Jeremy, since you won the last couple of times, I'm gonna let you pick first from number 1 to 20. What you got?
I think I'm gonna stick in the sweet spot where I know that Alex likes to go. He was just somewhere around 14.
What about you, Tristan? 1 to 20.
Oh God, I'll go 13.
Wow. It was actually 11.
Oh, there we go. Good job, Tristan.
Well, Tristan, do you want to go first or second?
Yeah, I'll knock out going first. Why not?
Okay. Your 2 minutes for the first round starts now.
All right, in 1991, one of the most revolutionary video games of all time was released. Street Fighter II laid the groundwork for how fighting games looked and played. Street Fighter contains the perfect roster of characters, each one having their own distinct look, personalities, abilities, and moveset. These characters are still recognizable 30 years later, and Street Fighter remains one of the premier video game franchises. Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li are the perfect fighting game protagonists. M. Bison was an excellent exaggeration of the Mr. Han-style villain from the Bruce Lee film Enter the Dragon. Street Fighter II, the animated movie, is just more of that perfect formula. Street Fighter II, the animated movie, currently sits at 72% user rating on IMDb. That is higher than any video game movie on IMDb.
I'll have your head.
Higher than any Mortal Kombat movie, higher than any Street Fighter, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider, every single one. I looked it up, I did the research, look it up for yourself if you think I am lying. Do you know why the movie sits so high on IMDb, higher than every single other horrible movie? Is because fans love seeing their favorite characters and their favorite stories treated with respect. And that is exactly what Street Fighter II, the animated movie, is. It is the source material treated with respect. Good to go.
Awesome. With 35 seconds to spare. I love your introduction round, man. You gave the back history of the actual game in the movie, and you actually presented a lot of good facts to back up why you chose your movie. But my further deliberations will go on towards the end of the match. Jeremy, you have 2 minutes to give us your introduction of the newly released Free Guy movie. Your 2 minutes starts now.
I might have won too, but Tristan has me on the ropes every time. So I really did want to take this seriously when I came in. And then I saw that he picked Street Fighter II, the animated movie. And I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God. I don't have to take this too seriously, because the question is actually what's the best video game movie? That was the way that I interpret it, not which one is the best at recapturing the accuracy of the box art from the video game, because Street Fighter II, the animated movie, does that very, very well. And it is good. He's absolutely right. It is a great adaptation. It is a movie for Street Fighter fans. Who else is it for? Not really sure.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Sure. But like I said, I had notes, won't need them. Hollywood has been trying to do serious game movie adaptations ever since Tron. And it wasn't until 2021 that we got our first one that didn't suck. And it's not 1994's Street Fighter II. The movie Free Guy, which is directed by Sean Levy. It's got like a legit good cast in it. It's got Ryan Reynolds, Jodie Comer, a really good and funny movie that's got heart. It's got emotion. It's for gamers. I mean, it talks about in-game mechanics. It talks about everything from being a gamer like that plays all the way to like being a developer. It's covers gaming on a broad scale in a way that no other movie has.
Give them right back. I said no!
And it plays for gaming fans as well as casuals alike. And that's one thing that I can say about this movie that doesn't really apply to so many of the ones that have these built-in fan bases. Like I said, Street Fighter 2 is great. But the thing is, for the people that know Street Fighter 2, there's nothing new in this movie other than some really dumb like cyborgs and a possessed version of Ken. Like it's basically everything you know, only animated. It's as exciting as watching your friends play Street Fighter 2. You ever done that? Or like you go to the arcade and you look at the box and you're like, man, that game looks really fun. Too bad I don't have 50 cents to play.
2 minutes.
That's how fun it is to watch Street Fighter 2.
2 minutes. Thank you for your introduction of Free Guy. I've learned so much about Free Guy in this introduction round. I will say though, just to address some of the things he said, he does have a good point when he opened. He said like the topic is what is the best video game movie, not better video game box art. And I will agree that in 2021, Free Guy, I did enjoy a little bit more, even though it's not necessarily a video game, but it is based in a video game world, so it does qualify. But I enjoyed the introduction of what we learned about Free Guy in that 2 minutes. Now, Tristan went first in the first round. Now I'm gonna have Jeremy go first in the battle round. It's the battle round. Jeremy, you can continue attacking like you did in the first round, or you can just continue elaborating what you were saying. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Seriously, I did spend a minute of the first round just kind of setting up why I think that video game adaptations themselves are inherently flawed, and that is that they're speaking to the audience that's already built into them. But let me just take a minute to be specific about Free Guy, because this is a movie that it plays so broadly to everybody. In it, a character named Guy is an NPC, a non-playable character, but he starts to have this awakening and realize that like by taking chances, by deviating from his normal daily routines, that he finds a part of himself and he gains this lust for life. And I think that's something that as fundamentally kind of basic as it is, it really does play well. And there's specific scenes in this movie that are super good and funny. And like I said, it covers everything from in-game mechanics to where there's a scene where a Guy is in the coffee shop and he's going to order a cappuccino. And this is like completely short-circuiting the programming of the game. Something like this has never happened, and there's a tank.
2 sugars, please. I'm joking. Just keep it on your toes. I was kidding. Just kidding. Oh, you think
in the background of the shot, turning and training its sights on Guy, and then he goes back and he's like, "No, just kidding. Actually, I want my coffee with 2 creamers." And everybody starts laughing. Tension broken, goes back to normal. But it's just like these little in-jokes that are accessible enough for general audiences that it's not isolating. Like whether you play Fortnite or you play any battle royale game, there's something in this movie that really speaks to that. GTA, it's got elements of that as well. What the there's really fun cameos in it, everybody from like Channing Tatum to clever uses of IP that we might not have seen prior to the merger with Disney. I think this movie just plays and is really fun. And if you look at the reviews for it on Rotten Tomatoes, not that IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes are the end all be all of what quantifies for a good movie, but this movie ranks very, very highly. I think it sits about 30 or 40 points above Street Fighter 2.
Okay, with 5 seconds to spare, Tristan, you now have a chance to respond to all of Jeremy's claims from the first and second round. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Congratulations, you described the plot of the Lego movie.
What more do you want from me?
But I will get into that more in the next round. So in 1994, 2 films were released under the Street Fighter banner. One, placing Guile in the lead role with an obviously European Jean-Claude Van Damme playing the American hero, while the staples of Street Fighter, Ryu and Ken, did absolutely nothing. The other being the accurate anime-style Street Fighter II, the animated movie. A movie complete with proper depictions of the Street Fighter characters, accurate depictions of moves and abilities, and fight scenes that made Street Fighter nerds go insane.
Soul, keep sight of my target. Concentrate. Focus.
The film follows Ryu in his proper role as the Wandering Warrior. Street Fighter fans can watch this movie knowing they're going to get Street Fighter proper. The film not being in live action works as a benefit, and the fact that it's a Japanese anime style only enhances it. As nerds, we can mostly agree that anime is fucking dope. There are 2 live-action Street Fighter films, and they both look like the movie that you ordered on Wish.com. The animated movie is like when you ask your mom to stop at McDonald's, and the live-action movie is when she disappointingly says, "We have food at home."
Hey! Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
The issue that many fans have with video game movies that Hollywood has given us over the past few years isn't the acting or the action or the effects and dialogue are too cheesy coming from real people. But we hate seeing the worlds, the characters, the stories we love butchered because some Hollywood writer thought they could do better. Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, is the best video game movie because Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, is authentic Street Fighter. It's anime, it's epic, and most importantly, it's actually a video game movie.
Ooh, with 23 seconds to spare. Damn. Okay. Coming in hot in the battle round. Well, that was an exciting round. I love what both opponents had to say. I will say, though, that line in the beginning of the round where Trisha said, thank you for describing the plot of the Lego movie. That will definitely be in the playback. That was hilarious. All right, Trishan. Now, you will be starting off in the last round, the final round, going first. Now, you can wrap up your statements. You can continue attacking, or you can continue showing the authenticity of the actual property Street Fighter. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Jeremy still got to go.
Oh, wait. I didn't Jeremy start first last round?
This is round 3.
Yes, round 3. So Jeremy went last round. You're going to go this round.
Do we do, there's 4 rounds, isn't there? Is there 3 rounds or 4 rounds?
It's 3 rounds.
Okay, we shortened it? Okay.
Yes. The third round, final round. In this round, Trishan will be going first. He'll be giving his final statements. Trishan, your 2 minutes for the final round starts now.
Free Guy is a movie that takes place in a fictional video game, and you didn't even pick the best example of that. Go see Wreck-It Ralph. Free Guy is an amalgamation of so many other things. It's Lego Movie, Grand Theft Auto Online, Ready Player One, John Carpenter's They Live, except each and every single one of those things did it better. Damn! Many people will see this movie in a few years and have no idea who half the cast are because the movie immediately dates itself by casting YouTubers and Twitch streamers that people don't even know who they are. Half the world doesn't know who they are now, and in 15 years people will watch it and ask, who the hell are these randos? Taika Waititi is in this movie, and he's not even that funny. He's the funniest man in the world, and he's just toned down, reading off a script, doing absolutely nothing, and that completely describes your movie.
Nobody gives a shit, Mike.
It is by the books, script by script, stealing from projects that are way better, and there's nothing cheesier than watching Twitch streamers, people from the internet, act like Hollywood writers think the internet acts. It's absolutely horrible. Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, is in essence and physical form what we love about video game movies. It is the game that we all know and love being put on the big screen for us to bask in. Assassin's Creed, huge fan, let me down. Tekken, love it, movie let me down. Street Fighter, love it, the live action movie let me down. It's just how these things go, but this one is just what I wanted to see, what fans wanted to see. Your movie is dated because it has Twitch streamers that nobody even knows who they are. In 15 years, nobody will remember it. My movie, for the past 30 years, has proved that Street Fighter is forever.
Wow, with 23 seconds to spare. Jeremy, please. Oh, wow. That was an interesting response from Jeremy. Okay. This is definitely heating up. Okay, so Jeremy, you are now in your final round. This is your last round. Your 2 minutes for this round starts now.
Wreck-It Ralph is good, dude. You just named a bunch of good stuff, and we're like, oh, your movie's like a bunch of stuff that's good. John Carpenter's They Live. You just named 20 things good that my movie's like. Your movie's like Street Fighter. You spent the last 10 minutes explaining how your movie's like Street Fighter.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Of course it's like Street Fighter. Seeing YouTubers in IMAX is dope, dude. You're a YouTuber. Stop the hate, dude. Let's all be friends here. Like I said, you named a bunch of good things, but the thing about Free Guys, it's unshackled by the expectations of rabid fans. It doesn't need the approval of judgy, angry video game fans to be good. People just went in and they enjoyed it. They weren't like, oh, it sucked because it wasn't like the other thing. And you might, hey, dude, Wreck-It Ralph is good. as far as that goes, if the question was what's the best animated video game adaptation, your answer is Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge. You didn't even get the best animated adaptation of a video game because both those Mortal Kombat ones are good. They're both ranked fairly high on Rotten Tomatoes. So if that's the question, there are other options to go.
Look at me when I'm talking to you, motherfucker. Motherfucker.
If you want a movie that like reaffirms your life and makes you feel good, you go see Free Guy. I don't know what you get out of watching Street Fighter other than the Chun-Li panty scene, which is pandering. It goes on for 5 minutes too long. It's just desperate to appease fans.
Get the fuck out.
And that is how I summarize Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Thank you very much. I yield my time.
Awesome. With 27 seconds to spare. Jeremy mentioned Jeremy mentioned that there might be a fourth round. Unfortunately, there will not be a fourth round.
That's fine because I mixed my last 2 rounds. I was looking back and forth because, like I said, I wrote 4 thinking there was 4, and so the whole time I was looking back and forth at my 3rd and my 4th round, just throwing in things from both.
Same.
Yeah, I understand. And honestly, this was a really good match. Now, again, I'm removing my bias aside. Now, I've seen both movies. I tend to fall on the side of Free Guy because of how free in a sense it is, but I do like Street Fighter as well. But I'm gonna break down each round in the deliberations. First round, introduction round. Basically, Trishan gave us the back history of not only the game, but also the history of the film. And he's right. If you watch the film from beginning to end, it is an accurate depiction of what we know from the games. It is an animated movie. It is it's authentic to the source material. And on top of that, it is somewhat of a good story. Jeremy spent a lot of time in the first round attacking Street Fighter, but he did give us a somewhat story. He did spend time attacking the Street Fighter, but he did give a general context of Free Guy, of about a man named Guy doing what he does, basically avoiding the norms of what a typical free video game movie is. It has a lot of tension breakers in it, and it has a lot of great callbacks that he mentioned. If I had to judge the first round, I would have to give the first round to Tristan because he did a good job laying out the context of the movie plus the back history of the game. Now in the second round, I thought was pretty funny because Jeremy kind of switched it up and gave us more of the history of Free Guy. And he was basically telling us how, again, it breaks tension in the movie. It gives it's about a non-binary character in a sense, doing different things.
Yeah, it is.
And on top of that, he's not one of those characters you would choose in a video game to fight. It does do a lot of callbacks like Fortnite and all these other different things like GTA, and it is essentially a comedy. It's like a man who realizes he's a video game stuck into this reality. He did make a couple pot shots to Street Fighter, basically saying it's Street Fighter, like it's no different than what we already have, and on top of that, it's a video game, not necessarily a video game movie in a sense when you watch the movie. So I did enjoy those points. However, Tristan came out the gate swinging when he said, "Thank you for explaining the plot to the Lego movie."
One good line does not make a good round. Just
I think the whole round's good.
But he also laid out the context of why Street Fighter is a great movie in terms of after all the failed attempts prior to the movie and after the fact, this is the best one. Now, I want to take into consideration with the ratings of IMDb and the also other rating with the Free Guy movie. I didn't take those into consideration because people feel how they feel about movies. That doesn't necessarily judge whether it's a good or bad movie. Again, personally, I like Free Guy better, but I didn't take that into consideration. But Tristan is right in terms of most video game movies. That one is highly rated, but since Free Guy just came out this year, that one's more positively rated since it just been out for the last few months. So I did take that in consideration. However, Tristan also gave us more of a back history of Street Fighter, of how well it performed against Free Guy. And also, I'm not gonna lie, he actually came through in the battle round and said a lot of funny things that kind of made sense. Also, I would like to point out in the last round, when we go into the final round,
I don't like where this is going, by the way.
When we go into the final round, I love what Jeremy said that all the movies that you named about, Ready Player One, Wreck-It Ralph, and all these other different entities, these movies are actually good. Like, and on top of that,
I would like it noted for the jury that when I say Ready Player One, I am talking about the book, because the movie is ass.
I don't know why people hate that movie. I really love that movie. I don't know. Guess it's just me. But I get what you're saying and drawing to that context. And also, Jeremy made an excellent point in the final round as well, that the movies that you named again are actually good movies in comparison to what you have. And Free Guy, it's not tethered to anything. It's literally a man trapped into a video game, and you have the free reign to tell whatever type of stories you want. It's not based off any source material. It's not based off anything else. So it was a really good match. I gave the first round to Tristan. This is the first time this has happened in real debates. And I'm kind of scared to say it, but I gave the first round to Tristan. I also gave the second round to Tristan. And I gave the third round to Tristan.
You got knocked the fuck out, man. Give me my goddamn money.
Oh my God.
You guys can go fuck yourselves.
Look. In my opinion, I think I remember in my opinion that I beat Jeremy the first time. I know you said I lost. In my opinion, I thought
it doesn't matter.
Our second round
does not matter.
Our second round, again, I was like, "Are you kidding me? I whipped Jeremy's ass." But if the third round, if I don't get a win, I'm happy I at least did it in this fashion.
It was good. No, this was fantastic. I feel like every single time it could have gone either way. Like if Tristan would have won the first two and I would have won this one, it would not have surprised me. Like I feel like every single time we go back and forth. So thanks for another good round.
Also, I'm not gonna lie. I just to do some homework and rewatch it. I rewatched this Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, about 2 nights ago, and about halfway through the movie, I was like, "Ah, shit! I made a mistake."
I fapped to the Chun-Li scene.
That's weird, bro.
All right. Well, being honest.
Well, thank you guys for competing in real debates.
All right. Gloss over that.
I guess we'll just keep on moving.
I mean, I agree, but yes, that I wasn't a huge fan of Street Fighter, but you came out with a better argument.
It was good.
Where can we find you guys on YouTube and social media?
I am over at Martial Arts Film Freak on YouTube, Martial Arts Film Freak on Facebook page, Instagram, a little bit of TikTok. Recently tier ranked every single Jackie Chan movie and took about 3 videos because it was like something like 245 movies. But I had fun doing that, and you should go watch it and have some fun too.
Awesome. Where can we find you, Jeremy?
Check out Movies Are Terrible. Yeah, thank you guys for having me. Tristan, another battle well won, man. So hope to do it again in season 4, baby.
Awesome. And we got a few more matches left in season 3. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And as always, have a blessed day.